Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Emil and today we are going to knit this stitch in multiple of 4 stitches plus 2 borders and 4 rotative rows. So let's get started. Well, let's get started with the first row, and what you're gonna do is knit the very first stitch, but you have to know that the first stitch is a border stitch and we don't work it anymore. And then what we have to do is to continue with the sequence of purl 1, knit 2 and purl 1. So we're gonna purl 1, knit 2 and purl 1. This is the sequence we have to repeat, but to make it more easy, what we will do is just purl 1 and then we're gonna count knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2. This is how we are not going to confuse the stitches. So knit 2, purl 2, and the last sequence we are not going to complete it as we have only 3 stitches of knit 2 and purl 1. So this is how we get symmetrical the work. And then what we're gonna do is purl the last one, which is border stitch, and then we're gonna continue with the wrong side where we are going to slip the very first stitch. If you remember, it's a border stitch, we don't work it anymore. And then we're gonna continue with the opposite sequence of the right side, which is knit 1, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2. This sequence we are going to repeat for all the way of the row. Knit 2, purl 2, and the last stitch knit 1, border stitch, purl 1. So these are the first 2 rows of the stitch, and what we're gonna do now is continue doing the pyramids, and we're gonna slip the very first stitch, border stitch, and the sequence of 4 stitches we have to work as decreasing 1, make 2 and decrease another 1. So the first 2 stitches, they will be the knit 1 has to stay on the front side. So we're gonna knit 2 together. So this is how the knit stitch is staying on the front side, and then we do yarn over twice, make 2, and then we're gonna do single decrease, which is slip the next stitch to the right hand needle, knit 1, and the stitch we slipped we're gonna pass over the next one. This is the sequence we are going to repeat for all the way of the row. So again, knit 2 together, yarn over twice, and then slip 1, knit 1, and the previous pass over the next one. Again, knit 2, yarn over twice, and then simple decrease. This is how we're going to continue for all the way of the row. Last sequence of knit 2 together, yarn over twice, and simple decrease. And the last stitch is border stitch, purl 1. And let's continue with the row number 4. What we have to do here is slip the very first stitch, border stitch, and then we're gonna do the purl stitch, we're gonna purl. Then the double increase, what we have to do is knit 1 at the front loop and knit another one at the back loop. Then purl 1, knit the front loop of the double of the double increase, knit 1, and then knit 1 at the back loop, and then again purl 1, again purl 1, knit 1, and knit at the back loop, purl 2 again. This is how we're gonna continue for all the way of the row number 4. Well, this is how we over the row number 4, and what we're gonna do now is continue with the sequence of the very first row. But we have in the very first row we didn't have any previous stitches, so what we're gonna do in this first row is cross all the knit stitches. So first stitch, border stitch, next one is knit stitch, but we have only one knit stitch, we don't have any stitch which will cross to, so we're gonna knit 1 and purl 2. And now what we have to do is cross these 2 stitches, which are knit both 1 and 2, and to cross them what we're gonna do is at the back loop of the second stitch we're gonna knit 1, and then we're gonna knit the first stitch at the front loop, and now we can pass to the right hand needle both stitches, then purl 2, 1, 2. Again we're gonna cross these 2 stitches, so we're gonna purl at the back loop the second stitch, and then knit 1 at the front loop the first stitch, then again purl 2, 1 and 2. Again knit at the back loop of the second stitch and knit the first one at the front stitch. This is how we're gonna continue for all the way of the row. Well, we have the same sequence of purl 1, knit 2 and purl 1, but before the first sequence we have knit 1 and purl 1. So these 2 stitches are going to change every 4 rows. So in the first sequence we had the knit 1 and then knit 1, purl 2, knit 1, and now we have knit 1, purl 1, and then the purl 1, knit 2 and purl 1, but we are doing always absolutely the same. So let's over with the first row of the stitch, again crossing the knit stitches, and then purl 2, 1 and 2, and then we're gonna knit 1, purl 1, last 2 stitches. Well, let's continue with the second row again, and here what we have to do is again repeat just the order we have of the stitches, which is purl 1, knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2. This order we're gonna continue for all the way of the row. Once we have the row number 2, we have to continue again with the row number 3 where we decrease and make 2. So what we have to do here is decrease again all the knit stitches with the purl stitches. So we're gonna slip the very first stitch, and here we're gonna decrease this knit stitch with this purl, but we have to do one before. Then slip, knit, and the previous stitch pass over. Then we have the next sequence of knit 2 together, make 2, which is yarn over twice, then slip 1, knit 1, and the previous pass over. This is how we continue again with the same sequence as we had before. So again, knit 2 together, make 2, yarn over twice, and then slip 1, knit 1, and the previous pass over. This is how we're going to continue again with the row number 3. And these are the 4 rows we are going to repeat always, and I'm reminding you that we have to change every 4 rows. We change just the order of the first and the last stitches, but we are always going to have the same sequence of knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2, and this is how we do the holes of the pyramids. So what I'm going to do is repeat a few more times these 4 rows and to show you how it looks like. So let's continue with it. Well, this is how it looks like, the stitch, and it's not reversible stitch, so it doesn't look the same on the wrong side, and I hope you really like it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to do it in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.